you want. Although,
No, I said hold on.
oh, I thought you said what one.
All right, so hopefully anyone who tries to get back into this is trying to get back into this. We are under a new name for the stream. It should be archiving. We are also going to be taking a short break so I could use restroom because it's been a little bit during this break. I don't know, have some fun, relax. I will be right back. All right, we're getting ready to come back, so hold on. Hold on tight. We are going to be coming back. Just need to hit a few buttons and do things. Hold on for this. Okay, YouTube is being slow on updating things, which is a little bit on the annoying side. But hopefully things will start working a little better. I want to touch up on something real quick. Okay, so let's see. All right. All right. Let's mute that. Pop out the chat. We got update the chat. We've got properties. Update the chat. Chat is fresh again. If anyone's out there, go ahead and say hi to us, because that would be cool. Since 3 people are watching, so hopefully someone's out there. We are going to be doing this really soon. Before we get started, though, we might have a wheel spin or two that we need to do. However, before we do that, I need Bree to show up. Because we want to make sure we do good by the wheel. I'm also going to top off my tea a tiny bit because caffeine is a good thing. I'm going to remain with the microphone on because I don't want to have a bunch of dead air right now.
Take this off.
All right. Good fresh hot tea. Black tea, black as can be, because caffeine is a good thing. All right, and we are going to need to do a few spins of the wheel with Bree.
Yep, just give me a sec.
I have corgis blocking my route back to the studio.
Come on, baby.
All right.
Coming. Coming.
Bree needs to be mic'd up.
I should be.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
try again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think you need toned up just a hair, but... All right, Bree.
Yes.
Guess what?
Let me get onto the chat. Hang on.
We have 13 spins of the wheel left.
All right.
How about we reduce that down to 10? That's a good round number, right? So, we are going to do a few spins of the wheel.
Okay.
3 of them, be precise. So, without further ado, don't be my beard. Just stop it with that.
You're gonna be baby-faced by the end of this, aren't you?
Which one was that one again? That one was just a 1. Okay, good. It is just a 1. We're not going to do it right now because we're getting ready to play a game, but... Alright, alright. Ah! A Nobel lemon candy from Japan!
Oh.
Yes!
Okay. Hang on. Lemon candy. Do you remember what kind of bag it's in?
It's a bag.
Small things.
Yes, it's a
yes.
Nobel lemon with the most awesome Japanese packaging possible. I mean, look at this. Super lemon? Oh, sour. Or, oh, juicy. It has a diagram. On the outside is lemon taste powder. Under that is mild lemon candy. And then under that is super lemon candy.
Okay.
Let's see what the third spin is going to be in this selection. I swear, if it's a...
Here you go, babe.
Wait, let's see. Yeah, that would be 3. Really? Again? Again.
Yeah.
No, again.
Oh. I see. Put this back. Are these good?
That has some acid to it.
Ooh.
Mmm. It burns.
Oh my God, your eyeballs. You should look more towards the camera, dear.
So the lemon candy under the super sour powder, really pleasant. I'm afraid of what super lemon candy means under the mantle of this planet of lemon. Because there is a core. But, you know what else there is? So, I'm going to have a sweet candy in my mouth while I do this, but you know what we gotta do? We have to... Oh, come on. Don't show my desk. Computer. Oh. Computer. Set timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Bottoms up.
All right. You know you want to watch. Let me know if you need water or milk.
Why are there 2 icons for you?
Because I respond. Oh, I don't know. That's a weird thing.
Oh wait, it's 2 there. But on that one, it's only 1.
That means you got to update.
No, I did.
Oh.
See, Steven said hello. You said, hi, all, welcome back. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know, babe.
Oh. Hey, that's a habanero.
Yeah, that's a habanero.
And that Colonel Sanders is pretty spicy, too. All right. Okay.
Hang on, I'm getting the word out.
Let's have a finger-licking good dating simulator.
Do you want me to take the lead on this one?
What's your name?
What's your favorite anime name? Kirito.
Oh, Calorie?
Why not? Sounds good. Hang on, I'm texting a few people.
No. Is that how you spell
No, it's,
Sasuke?
isn't it without the U?
No, that's how it's pronounced, but... You know what? We're Naruto.
No, we are not Naruto. If anything, Hinata. H-I-N, sweetie.
Alright, we are Hinata.
Yeah, we are.
Biscuits and chicken, oh my! I'm getting heartburn just looking at it. It's almost like my stomach's on fire.
Hang on, I'm letting people know about this.
You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. All right, Bray.
Okay. Smack that clock.
Up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Huh? Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you.
You need to take this seriously.
Do you want to be Hinata?
Yes, I am. Just a second. I'm trying to get this all sent out to the people that need this.
The longer you wait, the more peppers I might have to eat.
Yeah. I know some people that want to see that.
Why is she doing this to me?
Hang on. Somebody has to manage the social media behind all of this.
That lemon candy's really good. My mouth is on fire.
Okay. You get to manage the chat on my phone or the...
No, you gotta... You
Okay.
read that line.
Okay.
Yeah,
I better
yeah.
make sure to arrive prepared for the first day.
You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth equal brushed. Hair equal combed. Pits equal deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. I'll be able to talk better when the candy's done. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class.
Nom, nom, nom.
Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, Miriam.
Yay. Oh, she cute.
She's the most adorable person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
That's right. Good morning, Hinata. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. I don't know. I don't think voice acting is my strong suit. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail?
Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard.
Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up.
That's a quick semester. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief?
We're gonna pep talk our best friend. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask that gave us nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know, she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring that handsome fellow in the red suit?
Santa?
I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I can call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all.
As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves beginning to ease.
You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself?
Kinda can. You can definitely believe it.
I cannot believe it.
Before you could get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground.
What? How rude. Hey!
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it.
Hello, Ashley.
Should I be her, or are you good being all women and I'm all men?
No, you can be Ashley. You can be you're evil.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
You leave Hanana's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins.
Oh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us.
Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. I love that. Has stopped to look at its own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Van. You rang.
He belongs in,
You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious.
Isn't he a villain in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Like, seriously?
Probably.
I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge.
Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open.
That should do the trick. I love you. think you mean thank you.
I look at the impression. My name's Martin. Martin.
My name's Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. But I guess he's reading it upside down.
Hi, Pop. I'm Hinata. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you.
You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy by chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Kawaii! No, quiet down, everyone.
I want to be taught by a corgi. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
Yeah, because it does. I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then, he walks in.
Look at them sparkles.
You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him!
If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he could finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone's looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. Oh, and this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
I can't get over his uniform.
Everything.
Yeah. Hold on, just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name, and we were in the same kindergarten class. What is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Hinata sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food.
Tiny food!
And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena.
Notice he said sporks.
Yes, he did. Just then, another student enters classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you are even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher.
Everyone stares at him blankly.
Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish.
Oh, look at that ferocious...
Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on its tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sparkles is referencing, who happens to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance.
Okay.
The class burst into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Is that a broaster? From, like, the KFC kitchens? I'm not kidding.
Could be. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
Hey.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? You better know the correct answer here. I know what it is.
Chicken snack.
You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he walks onto it.
That sounds like a corgi.
His favorite.
Speaking of which, ours are still sleeping.
I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying the range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Hang on, I'm checking my mic.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats. You're on.
Okay.
And prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey, Hinata, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. 2 good options, but which one will you choose?
This is hard. Audience participation? Anybody watching?
Does anyone have an opinion? Where would you sit? Sit by your adorable best friend? Or that dreamy, hot Colonel Sanders?
Look at his eyeliner. He's wearing some serious makeup.
Guy liner.
Your guy liner and a lot of mascara. I'm pretty sure of it. On point.
Come on, if anyone wants to vote, speak soon. Or forever hold your peace. Colonel, Miriam, Colonel.
Kind of grooving out to the music here.
Oh, I hear the Colonel coming from Aaron. All right.
Okay.
I'm going Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. There was a second vote for the Colonel as well from Stephen.
All right. Thanks for offering me the seat.
I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you will ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring.
A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled in your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast! It's time for a pop quiz.
Yay, a quiz about me!
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at a culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Look at the...
Dang, those are...
Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling point B and train B is traveling point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
the middle one.
That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to...
I guess.
That's right!
Okay.
What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? You know this.
A spork.
No matter how much we want to say it's the comically oversized fork, it is a spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart?
Top one.
Camel meat.
No.
That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Is Sprinkles a good boy?
He's the best boy.
That's right. Your total score is a perfect score, 5 out of 5. Well, be honest. Did you cheat?
No. However, side note, what is the picture of that dude in the background? It's really bugging me. I want to know what that is. Is that like the current owner of KFC?
You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain.
Aw.
Hot diggity henada! You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters, like as if you ate a habanero earlier.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was...
It's about lunch. Everyone cheers.
Yay! But I... Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said shh.
In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed. That smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. That aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept! Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, Nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw! Nah, my dude. Nah! I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of these ingredients is a poison. Got him! He looks around nervously, see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait and see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any.
I'll take his.
Whoa! Hold on. I guess I'll try some. He takes one bite, and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing.
Side note, audience participation. What's everybody's favorite piece of fried chicken? I'm a thigh girl. I love thighs and I love wings.
My favorite piece is from the Howell Street grocery store.
Yeah, I know, but what, piece?
I like breast. I like white meat when it's done right, and it's very juicy.
Yeah.
It has, if you overcook that, you ruined it. I like it spicy. It should be spicy. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly.
Take the middle one.
You savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly.
Steven says he likes the drumstick. What a guy.
Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. See, what's good is so far with drumstick, thigh, breast, we all have a bucket of chicken, and no one would fight over what beautiful food the Colonel makes.
I know, now I'm craving fried chicken. Colonel, I wondered if I can talk to you for a second.
Anything for a fellow chef.
And I can't get over his eye.
Oh, she's sweating.
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold of you to come out and ask.
Colonel Senpai, can you teach me your eye makeup ways? I'm serious.
It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent.
You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
You've got the moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways and makes sure you're truly alone, and then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use..." It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Time. It's time. Time is one of the ingredients. I'm just saying. Time is a poultry seasoning. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. "Oh, it's you again. Howdy." Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You could bet on that. Alone together for a first time, you figure now is perfect moment to show your personality to him.
I'll take the third option.
Good, because that's an insult to him.
Yeah.
You never... Okay, people, if you know someone who has a recipe that they're really proud of, never do, like, Min on King of Hill, the first episode with Con and Min and Connie. Mm-hmm. Remember where she's like, "Peggy Hill, you know what would make this better? Add nutmeg."
Yeah, her, Peggy's Brown Betty. Add nutmeg. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food.
Now you've got his attention.
The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect.
I appreciate the compliment, Hanada.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
When do I get to cook? Ah, yes.
You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Kazim!
Allez, cuisine! Hang on, computer.
I've got time.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask how much time you had. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff.
I've got about 20 minutes.
Okay. Wait a second. Oh, no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena.
I can't help but look at Sprinkles and smile.
For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Oh, this is going to be difficult.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders.
Well.
You chose wisely.
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team of 2? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Sure. Not up!
Dang it, Kevin.
I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. You monster. 2 different students quickly take notice.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hello, new partner.
Beep, boop, beep.
Oh. Oh, my. 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Audience!
Audience, I kind of need you.
Come on, we need your help.
Here, do you need a refill on tea? I'll go do that, and then we'll see what people say.
All right. We need...
Hey, no.
We
Dog?
need doggies to bark. Ooh. Another copyright claim. Oh, I had a copyright claim for What Remains of Edith Finch for the Nutcracker Suite Op 71A Flower Waltz. Okay, we got a Clank vote. Of which I should say, I believe Nutcracker Suite would be copyright free. What's that word? Fair use. I cannot think of that word. When a song is old enough that it no longer can be copyrighted. Alright, soon we will get back. Oh. So, I have double the video games going on, because, truth be told, I have Pokemon Go going on my phone right now. There was an Eevee outside. Oh, and that Aeron didn't count. But if you're playing video games, you might as well have video games on top of video games. You know, the longer Bree takes, the closer I get to another one of these, of which I should add, I still have a whole mug of them, because after this game, I'm going to be playing The Quiet Man, which is around 4 hours long. I have to eat a pepper every hour on the hour during that game, because it's a horrible, miserable game. And on top of that, I am not allowed any food or water or drink or whatever for 30 minutes after each pepper. So no sipping on tea to kind of soothe everything. No, it is just hot, hot, hot. Hopefully Bree gets back soon so we can select Clank. Oh, look at Clank's smile there. He's got like a, I don't care what they might say about this game being just, obviously it is a commercial. It is released for free, so if anyone out there wants to play this game, it is on Steam. It is free of charge. And I don't care that it's just a giant commercial, because it's kind of cool. It's kind of very cool.
Hey, Kevin?
Yeah?
I have my mic off, but I had to get a new kettle going because there wasn't much left, but I did give you a
That's
little...
okay, come back in. I don't want to eat more peppers than I need to.
Okay.
Turn your mic back on.
Okay.
Clank was the choice from the audience,
All right.
being Stephen voted.
All right. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be choosing Clank today. It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Bob has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Bob's like, Bob is Ralph Wiggum.
Kinda.
I'm in danger. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Tissue? I hardly know you. Ha ha ha.
Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection.
Looks like you two will be fine.
Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? You better know this one.
Let's do my grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm going to respond to the chat real quick.
Oh.
Heather had a... Sorry, Heather. Clank first. Okay. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes?
And gravy?
Yes. I couldn't imagine one without the other.
Colonel Sanders cast a quiet look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away.
Aw, this is cute. I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man.
I love these costumes.
Did someone call for me? No, geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing, not us!
Don't scream that anymore.
You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember?
I love these costumes
Colonel
so
Sanders
much.
returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. This is rocking. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Hinata was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level.
One thing I have to
Doubt it.
He does not skip leg day.
Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. That's poetry. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Oh, you know what you should... Let Miriam flirt with Clank. They're getting on.
All right, turn to Colonel Sanders.
This music is awesome.
I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay?
You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page.
I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Hinata as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Hinata's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of your potential. You look for Sprinkles and hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature.
Yep.
You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud.
Does anybody have a secret ingredient for their mashed potatoes at home? I really like using chai-flavored cream cheese.
Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops.
That's a really cute picture right there.
Your eyes walk. The moment is electric. Time stands still. By the way, roasted garlic.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Why would I do this?
Why, Bree? Why? Man, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Hanada. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Oh, this is bad. Can I have potatoes face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic! In just a few moments, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade, forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
That's pretty darn metal. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I believe the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten.
Oh, no.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good. It killed him!
Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie! Tastes like poison.
It's Ralph Wiggum. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd, and they are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind.
Hang on, I got a texty.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hang on.
There. You're no longer an old person. Read your...
Hello? I just turned into a ghost. Over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in Claude's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today.
Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him.
Colonel Sanders?
Yes, Hinata?
There's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working towards that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting, and lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them, like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero! The Spork Monster! Actually...
The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero.
You turn that one off. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level?
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence?
But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence!
Oh, yeah.
What will you do?
I'm gonna attack, duh.
You decide, go on the attack. Which attack will you use?
Cook with love.
Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage.
Attack, I guess.
You decide go on the attack. It worked last time, right?
Cook with love.
Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond?
I'm gonna defend.
You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening." Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster utilizes Utilitensel. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Attack. You gotta kill it.
Yep, I guess so.
You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Popeye Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated.
You saved me!
An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night.
I think I'm going to spare this wretched beast.
You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath.
Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this. I certainly won't be back, like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the Chicronomicon. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy! You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly.
Good night, my colonel.
In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Bzz. Bzz. You awaken on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you could tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We've got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular. Like, that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. You gotta eat a pepper. Computer, stop.
Computer, stop. Computer, set timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, 30 minutes.
Cuisine!
Ugh. I can't stand watching that. Just don't. Ah! I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Oh, is it hot? Oh. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
Did we set our timer?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I just time traveled.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday.
I have a seed stuck in my teeth.
Oh. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implications that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real.
Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients?
Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here?
Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I can have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
Is she cooking drugs?
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie?
I'm gonna make up a fake one.
You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about...
It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow!
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around, does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you could ask her to confirm that she would definitely not texting secret to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders arriving at school.
Of course. I'll stand back and admire his majestic glory.
Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right.
What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said.
Being a good friend, Miriam attempts cover for you.
Oh, Hinata just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? This is not helping.
I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter a classroom, you see two rivals. Ashley and Van Van are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. I'm trying to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you, make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
I'm gonna do the second one.
You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping and you try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse.
Ahem. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn.
Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you! Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like one you found earlier after your encounter with the spork monster.
That's the same book that I found last night in the quad.
Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing!
Before you could dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of boats.
You watch how you talk to him.
Oh, sorry, say that again. My bad. Say it again.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
I forgot I can't mute all the microphones, because it'll mute you. Bizdwomp! Who do you think you're talking to? I have never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp, womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I could help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all over town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
He's so cute.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to Sprinkles, it's holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Hanada? Naturally, this appears to be a sampler platter. Which item do you want to sample?
Vote.
Can we have a vote on this one? Because none of these seem like a good option. Maybe the shimmering pepper? I mean, shimmering peppers. Would you sample a pepper?
Oh, sorry, I'm so tired. Yeah, I don't know.
Any votes? You know what? While we wait on a vote, it's time to spin the wheel.
All right.
And we have something hot. A homemade mistake. That would be a homegrown pepper. There are a couple options on that. Option one is I go out, I need to see if we have on the deck any cayennes.
Careful, there's two lazy puppies on the
So,
ground.
I'm going for a little walk. Votes, come in. What should we
Yep.
sample?
So we're taking a vote
What do we
on
sample?
my next response, whether I eat a dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water. And in the meantime, there is puppy dog. No, I don't know if I should fix the camera or not. So for anybody that just came in, Kevin just spun the wheel and he asked to grab one of the peppers from our deck garden, which will only take a minute. Hopefully he could find one. You got one? All right.
So you know the most mild of all peppers. You know what the most mild is, right? The cayenne.
You're going to be hurting. Not that you already haven't been. Does it hurt so good?
And it's not that ripe, so it tastes like... Yeah.
Well, no votes. I think we kind of lost some viewers.
All right. No votes, so... Pepper? I just ate a pepper.
Sure.
Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Yeah, the pepper has triggered an intense space hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe.
My friend. Ooh.
This guy again?
I'm here to give you some important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny.
Ooh.
All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat.
I know that feeling.
It's fine, I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy... You must... Feel
Feel
yourself...
yourself begin to regain consciousness.
Oh, man.
You come to and find everyone is staring at you.
Angry dog. Angry dog.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter and make a dramatic announcement. I just keep thinking, Team Rocket blasting off again! Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Show the Colonel you got guts?
Yeah, I guess so. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, and so be it.
I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool! Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Hanada. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light blasts up in your face, flashing the words, "Timer ready!" That's what I'm talking about. Oh!
I stand corrected.
The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to glory and victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay, we gotta do this.
Quick. Yeah.
What temperature does water boil at?
100. Yes.
There were multiple hundreds.
Oh.
That's right. But how would you have even gotten into school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Going to need seasoned chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices do you say
11.
used? That's right! You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers most flavor?
Gratitude.
That's right! You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you're a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that. So where does it come from?
Small town where dreams are born.
That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Oh! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success?
Sizzling.
That's wrong. Don't make me grab the spray bottle.
Oh.
You know it's Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Hanada. It's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you could think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would...
Oh no, I failed!
You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk!
I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot about you. Wedding vows! What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof. Woof. You're really struggling to keep up. And next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Hinata does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious the air was. You immediately shove your hand into a mixer, rescue dough before it's overmixed. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Hinata, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you'll often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult.
Oh, this is tense.
Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
Can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. That's too bad, but here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on accounting of Hinata's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that taste good and tell a story of excellence. I was going to ask Hinata to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Chocolate's bad for dogs. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredient hidden within. Inside you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée.
I would love to see this on Binging with Babish.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places sauce-covered fingers to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache.
I don't know what to do.
Come on.
Put myself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley.
Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back.
Oh no.
This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later.
Oh.
Try again.
Oh.
Okay, let's fast forward. Tell them they're on, or...
Let's do stop wasting people's time. Is everything a competition with you two?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Hinata, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed.
Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you.
Tiny food! My special grilled cheese dessert and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down, and a tartlet for dessert.
It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation.
You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle.
Just as things reach a boiling point and Sprinkles steps in, surely he'll put a stop. Alright.
Yep, timer, blah, blah, blah. Aru. Okay. Gratitude.
Okay, best sound.
Bubbling. Oh, dang.
Silence.
Oh. It's happened again.
Let's
Internalize.
internalize that. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they're burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for a rest of semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to quad to be left alone. Beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders! He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try and hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel.
I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's Spork Monster!
Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems. Am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to school. I wasn't always a sport monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were a human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever. I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spell book.
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Anata, together, I am sure we could defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out.
Can you check on Ein?
Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him.
He's got a nice pad. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision, never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps?
This is spicy. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you?
I'll reveal it. Why not?
You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you could talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into a lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original coleslaw.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on the moment. You could offer make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Sure, why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be a perfect time for you to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you could look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
Let's click on the chicken.
No, it's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real.
Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
Oh, no close to chicken's foot reads the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky.
Let's click on the baby picture.
An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. The head, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person and make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right?
Yeah.
The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting pyramids of Egypt.
Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices?
This must be where he keeps secret recipe. Think for a moment. What number is important in Colonel Sanders? Then dawns on you. As soon as you turn dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style?
Nope. What's that?
A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's...
It's a comb.
A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made from spun silver. Gaze out the window across vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up.
Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
Open window a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Take a closer look at a large urn on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you could read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures."
Poor guy.
It's that guy! One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. They say that home is where heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you go looking further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan these out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off.
I'll just say I'm cold. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up.
Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow, and you should be thinking about what you're going to cook.
I should be home studying.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel?
Yes, Hanada?
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late in the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about a new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room, holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a sample breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous! You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine, and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Don't take him down a peg.
Let's flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you could find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home, find something surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Oh, Heather said I had bad mic. Does it sound better, Heather?
Speak up.
Hey, this testing.
Well,
Okay. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I could believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clink, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand. She said the mic, and it's gone again. Do I need...
What do you mean by gone again?
Should I check my...
No, your battery is on.
Okay.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with them. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers.
Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You could tell from distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. Oh, we just got a donation.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Hopefully this will announce the donation. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at school. There is that Horace Colonel Sanders rides school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Hinata, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse?
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Let me just...
No, stop. My guess, if anything, you are probably rising your volume up and down a lot. Oh, Kathy, thank you for donating $50. That's going to be 2 spins of the wheel coming up. We want to blast through a little bit more of this before getting to those spins, but take a note that we have 2 more spins. We're behind schedule, so... Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Hinata, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, Hanada. I am more than capable to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. Actually, let's go ahead. For that new one, let's spin the wheel. Are you ready to spin the wheel?
Yep.
We got 2 spins of the wheel off of Kathy's donation. I need another sport pepper.
Okay.
And there's that. I need 2 sport peppers.
Wow. Hey, puppy, move it.
Go get me a couple sport peppers. All right. And I'll do another spin from the bulk. Bree, also a Mamma Mia.
Okay.
Well, I will just say, I have had, let's see, I've got 8 more spins left from that big bulk of spins. And I have eaten a ton of peppers. I have had in the last hour and a half, well, last 2 hours, I have had 2 habaneros. I have had a cayenne pepper from my own garden, not ripe. I've got more of these in my future, because the next game up is The Quiet Man, which, how do you make it less quiet? Peppers. For those who weren't here earlier, yes, I have a giant inflatable toothbrush. Because, yeah, I do. Alright. We got some hot peppers to eat. We've got some kerneling to sander. Sport peppers are really hot. Are you inside, Hanada? Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see, actually, for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how elated you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa, what? That's that book? It looks like bad news. Hot. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. I love those mama little peppers. Those are good.
Yeah, those are not too bad. They're kind of a reward almost.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I could think of one surefire way to find out.
Open to a page covered with arcane warning, cast only in case of extreme emergency. That's around the edges of the page.
Could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it.
No, we're not.
You take your friend's advice, put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for students to arrive. Clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly.
Should we wait and see what happens? Or...
I think he's probably hungry.
Well, let's see what he does.
Sprinkles stops in track, focuses in on the window. Oh, he saw a squirrel. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence? I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Hanada, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he could go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Clank begins to shudder, steam pours out the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep, bzzz.
Oh, this isn't good. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps up a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from.
In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay.
Clank slowly rolls out of the room, be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, trademarked. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you could think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure. So you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpet.
Sorry. Go and cruise through final test and kick some butt and be awesome at it. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up.
While you're pep talking, Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea how to spend your time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Hinata's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish come second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Complete with Sakura petals.
Hinata, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
Pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desire, but that decision gets hard to stick with when the oven timer goes off behind you.
I'll fess up about my practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth! Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Step up for the cook-off of a lifetime.
Yep, rocking out.
You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, all rights reserved, fried chicken. Intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend Baster Blaster!
Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! Ashley scoops her pastries off of a tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Computer, stop. Computer, stop. I hope it stopped.
Yeah, it did.
Computer, set timer for an hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Hey guys in the chat, is the mic better?
Even Quinn get in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique.
That was very oddly.
Wait, when did Glenn do speaking web? Single prosperity as it was foretold. Imagine that happened. Or the applying surprise. Take us all.
Oh no.
Just Van quickly.
Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Are you, as you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? I'll let Kevin hiccup in peace. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Hinata. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Hinata, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient! Oh no. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the secret ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup. Back in the old country. You could feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you tossed a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
That's the spiciest thing I have ever experienced in
You
my
alright?
life. No. Oh.
Are you going to be able to taste tomorrow? Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you can ever win.
Give up, drop out.
No. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. You're Super Saiyan.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Hinata. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
I love levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body.
Super Saiyan.
You know that with this power, you could do anything. Oh, my burping felt like fire.
Do you need some milk?
I actually ate a spoonful of sour cream. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Hinata. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You men thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. Kept up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you men need to do is make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart.
Aww.
What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicate fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. It's time to make a famous bowl. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. The time expired, the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall. The class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, Clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final project. Yes, it's been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around dish before opening its mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electronic toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it by myself. In flash, an entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam's overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Hinata, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much in my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in, sniffs the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins paw at it erratically, causing custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my custard. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I keep puzzling my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Disconsistency. This isn't the last you've heard from me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
I love her dishes.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food? At a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Hanada? I told you it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition. At a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. It might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to re-educate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be a fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs.
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
has become something else. Examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. It's beautiful. Everyone gathers around, partake of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnificent fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed, everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. Cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house. Arrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr
Ghost? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they're committed themselves to righting the wrongs that they did while they're villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghost allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together...
It's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refers to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone's too wrapped up talking Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom, just like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched upon his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it's the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The dance is interrupted by a sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrived. Howdy, classmates. Just like first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal deal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
The end?
No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Hanada, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Hanada.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in its tracks. Work together? I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
Aw. But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love?
the love or the life of an entrepreneur.
I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear Hinata, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end.
So I guess we got the middling ending. There's only a few decisions that we could have done differently.
Okay, we are going to stop the stream real quick and restart the stream.
Yep, refresh your bits.
But give us just a second. Oh, this music is...
You're pulling a Brian David Gilbert, aren't you? Okay.
By the way, for the spicy stuff during Quiet Man, I'm not going to start with a pepper right away because that last one really hurt bad. So I'm going to wait for that hour timer to go. But, well, let's exit out from this game. And we're going to stop the stream. We're going to fire it back up. We're going to do a little something I like to call the worst video game ever made. The Quiet Man. Insert edition. With peppers. I'm also going to have to trim real quick. Alright? So I'm going to kill the stream just now. And we will be... I'll immediately start it back up again as soon as I get everything running. And then, yeah, good stuff like all of that. Alright, refresh your stream in about 1 minute. We will be right back.